I had grown up in the Edmonton area. My mom was a single mom, raising 5 kids. Growing up in where being a minority, there was still prejudice in school and just not being accepted, like in the playground and in class and stuff like that. At home, it wasn't perfect. We had just moved back from Vancouver and as a family, and actually my father was there at the time. He was a heavy alcoholic. He suffered a lot of abuse growing up on the reserve too. Shortly after he died, I had gotten out of control with my temper, I got really angry. I was really upset and hurt inside. I wanted to blame God. My mom couldn't handle me. I had got kicked out of the house and I didn't know where to go, so I had to live in the youth shelters for a while. I started hanging out with youth that were in gangs, involved in gangs, and girls that were into like prostitution. I started dating guys in the gangs, and so it's like part of them now.
During that time, she was not in a good state. She was using and into just a whole lifestyle with the gangs and stuff, and there was so much pain she was in because she lost her dad.
All around me, I've seen like horrible things happen to girls, and just a lot of violence and fighting. The negative feedback I got as a youth affected my worth, and I felt like hopeless case, and then so from there, just let go of anything good I thought I had inside of me, because of the way other people were seeing me. They weren't seeing me as a person. They couldn't see me through my pain. I was doing everything I can to numb myself.
She was like crazy, literally away out there. Yeah, just unpredictable. Could never keep track of her. And that's how it is when, somebody's using.
I had been using drugs for a while, staying with different people or crack houses. I had gotten kicked out. They didn't want me around anymore. Everybody just closed the doors on me.
She had just a crazy, crazy lifestyle, and there was some money missing at my purse, and I thought it was her, and she just ran out that time. I kept trying to find her and reach out to her friends, and she wouldn't call me back. And I just prayed God would do whatever he had to get a hold of her.
I ended up at this guy's house downtown, and he was a drug dealer. He was getting very paranoid. He was saying someone's going to break into his house, and so I finally left there. I was in a restaurant, and I had no idea what I was doing. I was really coming to the end of my rope. I remember picking up a sign, and I was about to throw it through the window, and then he put his arms around me, the waiter. He wouldn't let me go, and I was freaking out. Then finally I broke down from there, and then I started crying, and I just cried and cried and cried.
And the police came and got her, and she ended up in jail. And then when she was in jail, that's when she hit her bottom.
The cops had arrested me, and they said that I had a lot of charges since my youth. So they took me to the holding cells, and during that time I cried out to the Lord and said, if you're real, will you do something about my situation? If you help me out of here, I promise to give my life to you. If you're not real, I'm just not going to care anymore. I'm not going to care about anybody. Right after that, they opened the jail cell doors and let me go. And right then and there, I felt hope, and I felt a miracle.
I love you. I'm so proud of you. Yeah, she's a totally different person now than back then. She's a single mom with a little boy. She's looking after him. Yeah, she's doing really well now, and she helps lots of other girls.
When you have a chance, and we go out on the streets and we minister to the women. Our organization, we want to set up counseling for them, set up a safe house for them and the children.
God never gives up on us. And so his love's enduring, and he's a God of first, second, third, fourth chances.
My background as a First Nations woman, even though I had so much obstacles, I did not let that determine my future. Don't let your mistakes and every time you fall, don't let that determine your future, because we all mess up. We just have to keep going until we finally get that faith, that huge, huge faith.
So proud of her, and I love her. She's like amazing.
Don't let go, no matter how hard it gets. No matter what lies come in your mind, the more I believed in the truth of God, who I am, and my future, the more set free I got.